Okay. Anyway, we don't want to be biased in my comments because I'm supposed to be the moderator, but it's District 5, which covers a very large area. Mr. John Russell and Carol Castegnero. Okay, thank you. Please come to the stage. This is for the District 5, currently held by Ginny Brown-Waite. People don't like Ginny Brown-Waite here. Don't give away your feelings. This is a bipartisan effort to be here, but that was them, it wasn't me. Thank you for joining us today. I want to start with Carol. Please come up to the mic and tell us, why are you running for political office?
I would like to thank everyone for being here. And my reason for running for public office, this isn't my first time, but it will be my first time to get elected. I am very passionate about our children in this country and our people as well. But I do feel that our children's education, safety, and well-being has been, what can we say? We know what's happened to our children and their well-being. It has not been protected. It has not been guaranteed. In fact, you usually hear that we're going to do all these things for our children, right? What have we done? They have no education. They are abused sexually, physically, and emotionally. I will take care of these abuses and their education when I get to Congress with your help. It cannot be done without your help. Our children do not come out of the womb marked Democrat, Republican, Independent, or I allow you to abuse me. I allow you to make sure that I do not get a proper education to fulfill the American dream. So please, go into my website. It's just grandmacarol.us. The job must be done with your help. Thank you.
Please stay at the mic. Ms. Walia, please ask your question of the candidate.
Thank you, Ms. Castagnero. Is it Castagnero?
Yes, as a former teacher, just think of a cast on your leg and think of a road being very narrow. I put a T in the middle. It's just Mrs. Castagnero.
Castagnero, okay.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Florida is currently ranked as one of the worst states for education in the country. What alternatives will you promote that will improve our education standings, and will you consider homeschooling and private schooling programs as alternatives?
I can say this. I am a senior citizen, very proud. I have a very large measuring stick. And we have a lot of senior citizens out there. Our educational system in this whole nation, including Florida, was never broken. Never. But we allowed special interest, corporate, to come in, and they got all those school board members on their side. They got the administrators on their side. And they said, oh, we are not learning. Well, just take a look at all of you who never had to be bothered taking a standardized test where they used it to penalize us. A standardized test is never used to penalize a child. It is used to find out the weakness and the strengths of our children and the teacher. Therefore, let's go back to Dick and Jane. Let's go back to the computer in our brain. And when we go back to the way that we senior citizens, and many of you who are not senior citizens yet, we will have our educational system and our children will be educated. Thank you.
Mr. John Russell, please come to the mic and tell us, why are you running for this political office? You ran for it in 2006. I think you had 38% of the vote. Why are you running again?
You got 40, but...
Oh, 40, okay. Who's counting?
Would have got 42 if it wasn't pouring rain all day. Yes, thank everyone here for being here today, and I appreciate this opportunity greatly. My name is John Russell, and I'm running to unseat Ginny Brown-Waite. I don't believe that she needs much introduction to this community. I am a nationally certified acute care nurse practitioner. I have an MBA in health systems management. Of course, healthcare is a key concern of mine, as it is of yours as well. And what we have before us here is an issue of integrity of our Congress and what kind of people we have there representing us. I am in healthcare, and we all know people in healthcare that healthcare is a colorblind profession. Everyone gets sick, everyone needs care, and everyone needs to be looked after accordingly. And that's what I do. Ginny Brown-Waite has evidence through her public statements that she feels that not everyone has been created equal, as is stated in our Constitution. And I am here to tell you that I am dramatically different than Ginny Brown-Waite. The people here today, you in the audience, you are the leaders of your community.
Time.
And I ask you that you step up on behalf of your community and help elect John Russell this November. Thank you.
Thank you. John, please answer the following question by Ms. Nora Zecchi.
Mr. Russell, in the post-9/11 world, what steps will you take to increase tolerance towards Muslims and the Islamic faith?
I think first of all, the first step would be replacing someone like Ginny Brown-Waite. That'd be a good first step. But certainly, why are Muslims different than the Irish 80 years ago? Why are Muslims any different than any other religion? The Muslim religion is the largest religious group on the planet. And so why are they denigrated here in America? It is the use of fear-mongering. So I would step up and stand up, and I think people here that know me know that I have a backbone, and stand up against this fear-mongering and isolation of a people that you are mainstream America. You are mainstream America, and you care for people. Many of the people I know are doctors in this audience, and they care for people no matter who they are and whether they can pay or not. And so that's how I will stand up to change this paradigm, this awful paradigm that's been fostered by this administration and facilitated by the comments of the Congresswoman.
Thank you. I have a question. This administration, there's been a lot of talk recently about trying to resolve the dispute between the Palestinians and the Israelis, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, and there's been a big push in the past 6 months or so to try to bring a resolution before the end of this administration's term. If elected to Congress, how would you foster a peace between the Israelis and Palestinians?
I have thought about this issue since I've been listening to it since I've been about 15 years old. It's an endless issue that seemingly defies solution. But I believe that it defies solution because the politicians that are supposed to be working towards solution do not. There is tremendous power coming from out of the Israeli lobby, and this is one of the reasons I've been had some rough road with my party, because I am very straightforward. I believe that we need to hold both sides accountable in this problem, and in order to bring it to a final resolution. I believe we must have a Palestinian state, and the Palestinians must be treated fairly, as well as the Israelis must be treated fairly. But it requires politicians with backbone who are willing to stand up against organizations such as AIPAC. That's my honest answer, and that's how I feel, and everybody who knows me knows that's how I feel. And I will do that, and I am fearless in taking on the powers that be.
Thank you. I'm going to ask Carol a question now. Carol, the whole country watched as the Hurricane Katrina happened, and FEMA and the administration failed in protecting the people there and helping them rebuild quickly. Where do you think the flaw was, and what would you do to change that when you're in Congress?
The first thing we do have to do is get a whole complete new Congress. That's number one that we have to do. Number two, I can do that job because I have never in my life taken any money, any endorsements. I refuse them. And if we all expect anything to change in Congress, you're going to have a different way of electing these people. It has gotten out of control. I am from the old school. We didn't give money to anyone to run for public office. And then we have campaign financing. Just think when I get there and you elect me, and I walk in there and say, hey, hi there, guys and girls. I made it without asking for a penny. No campaign financing. And what's that going to do in this country? You are going to get Congress filled with people like you.
Thank you.
That don't have to give money. I do want to, are we allowed to, at the end, you're going to give us time, correct?
Yes, closing.
So people get me there, please. Thank you.
John? As the administration has poured a lot of resources in the war in Iraq and neglected what's happened in Afghanistan, the Taliban is back on the rise in Afghanistan and are taking the country over from the troops. A lot of people are saying, including Barack Obama, that more attention and more troops need to be diverted to Afghanistan and even pursue Taliban forces in Pakistan. How do you stand on that issue and why?
I have watched as this discourse has proceeded, some of it under pressure from varying angles politically. And I believe I supported the initial objective of pursuing Osama bin Laden after 9/11, since that appeared to be the how 9/11 came about. However, at this juncture, I spoke with Ray McGovern, the CIA intelligence officer that spoke up to Donald Rumsfeld publicly, and I got the whole story. We had the opportunity to get Osama bin Laden at Tora Bora, and the request for reinforcements was refused. So if we're going to continue in Afghanistan, and I have been against Iraq since before its outset, then we must have a firm objective. Otherwise, what are we trying to do? We're going to just continue endlessly. So we must decide what the exact objective is in Afghanistan. If it's to get Osama bin Laden, then maybe we have a cause. But if not, then we need to decide where we're going to go, and perhaps we have no business in Afghanistan other than helping to move the government forward with material and logistical support. So we cannot go to war without a distinct objective. Thank you.
Carol? Question for you, Carol. And I just blanked out on the question. Yeah. I think it's a Grandma Carol website I'm still thinking of. If that, how political that is.
I hope it works for the election as well.
That's true. What was I? No,
see, I have that effect. Imagine when I get to Congress.
I'm usually not speechless, but
may I continue mine?
No, well, I'll let Mona, she seems to be on the ball with this one. Go ahead and ask your question. We want to ask you one more question and you have your closing.
Oh, thank you.
Your mic, please. Mike.
I just wanted to have really a similar question as to the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. Where do you stand on that, and what will you do when the question comes up in terms of the peace agreement?
You know, this is the first thing that I am going to do before I give any answer. And maybe that's the problem in Congress. They are not getting documentation. They are not seeking the proper people to have these questions answered. For me to stand in front of you and tell you what I'm going to do is very difficult. I must have the opportunity to study, get the documentation, and then I must have input from all of those groups. before I can fully make a decision. I will not make a decision until I have all the facts before me and based on you, the people. Not me. You, the people, must help me. And that's what has to be done. Representing you, not what I think. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, Carol, you have 30 seconds to do a closing. Say whatever you want to say.
People, when I was getting my petitions, I kept hearing so many complaints about our government being out of control. So I decided to do a study. And it has been so wonderful. It is actually my Bible. I talked with over 4,000 people within the district. I include the people in the district, 12-year-olds to 17.
No, go ahead, sorry.
12-year-olds to 17. I included out of state, out of the country, out of the district, all types of nationality, all types of races, and I combined those. Please go into my website. You will see the results. 4 months. This is your agenda. This is your platform. It is wonderful. And here's what you're telling me that you want me to do. You want me to take care of, number one, the gas and diesel prices. You want me to work on health care. That's your agenda.
Thank you.
You want me to work on loss of jobs. Go in and find what you want me to do because it's your agenda, not mine. Thank you.
Thank you. Finally, John, you have 60 seconds to close.
Once again, thank you very, very much, everyone, for having me here today and listening to what I have to say as a candidate for the United States House of Representatives. Now, I was asked at the outset, why am I running for Congress? I'm running for Congress because those who are charged with representing the interests of people like ourselves clearly are not. Corporate America has oodles of representation in Congress. The Congresswoman is lined up decisively with the oil industry, the pharmaceutical industry, the insurance industry, banking. And where does that leave us? I am asking you for not only your vote, but yes, your support. Because as leaders of your community and the community at large, we are all dependent upon your participation in this process. So, people who know me know that I will stand up when it's time to stand up. I will listen to all of the information that's necessary to make good decisions, and I will decide in favor of the people, not corporate America. And of course, I am way different than Ginny Brown-Waite. I am one of you. Thank you very much. I ask you for your vote. I ask you for your support. With your support, we will win in November. Thank you.
Thank you. You now both can step down and join us for the reception. Before we close out, we're going to do a raffle. So if you filled out this yellow card, we're going to do 2